Good morning. 8:59 and 55 seconds when I click start streaming. It looks like 9 o'clock straight up when I start talking. And you probably see it a few seconds after 9 o'clock. And there I got an audio confirmation, and now unmute internal audio. So speaker bot is awake and functional. It is January 12th, 2024 on a Friday. Or if you want to use a short vowel, it's Friday. I don't know why I said that. All right, moving along to email. I have an email from me to, yeah, you guessed it, me. Just stuff I captured from yesterday's chat after ending the video from Ran Israel to Zavi. The conversation we are having yesterday about messing around with partitions. Let's assume the BCD, boot configuration data, is looking for Windows on partition 3. If you delete partition 1, partition 3 is now partition 2, and boot configuration data is using the wrong numbers. That makes a lot of sense. And until Rand said that, I was questioning, is there any reason to not move partitions around or delete the excess partition? Yeah, what it was is if he has, it gave us a picture of a recovery partition that was from a prior installation of Windows, I think it was. Zavi said he's going to try it after making a backup, and that would be a full image backup of the entire drive. And then ran to Greg. Microsoft set up, let's see, until build 2004, Microsoft setup would place the recovery partition first. It would be before the boot partition, and it changed that after build 2004. No, that's not year 2004. That's version 2.0004. So it's the year.
Ran Israel said at the time I was confused about Zavi's partitions. As they are both at the end of the drive, my comment is no longer valid.
Oh, really? Well, I thought it was a valid comment. Oh, well, maybe the extra partition, the excess partition was the last one. So yeah, removing the last partition would not change the numbering of the prior partitions. All right, that makes sense, Rand. Yeah, build 2004, that would be the year 2000 and the fourth update. That's when they were giving us quarterly updates, quarter 4 of year 2000. And then he says from Rand to Greg, if you have access to Windows Server 2019 machine, open Disk Manager on it, you will see. I tried. I thought I had a 2019 server available to me, so I went and looked, and I don't have a 2019.
Ran Israel said April of 2020.
April of 2020. Oh, the 4th month. So it was months, not quarters? I thought they were giving us quarters. I thought 2004 was the 4th quarter of 2000. Rand says it was the 4th month of 2020. Oh, and I said 2000. No, 2020, not 2000. 2020. I thought that was the 4th quarter.
Ran Israel said then they started to use H1 and H2.
H1 and H2 when they went to semi-years. Yeah, 2 in the year, they went to the first half and the second half. But when they were using the numbers at the end, I believe it was 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the quarters, because they were doing feature updates every quarter. I don't think those were months, because then you would go up to 2012, right? I think those were quarters, Ran. Check it out and let me know. I'm going to take that email off screen because I'm going to go to the next email. I don't want to expose an email address because I've got one from Speedy C, and I can show
Speedy
it.
C said, "Hi, Doug in chat."
Hello, Speedy. At this level, I can show the email without showing his
Ran
address.
Israel said usually 03 or 04 for spring update and 09 for fall updates.
Was it? Okay. And then Josh says, yes, they was. I don't know what he's referring to there. I'm still 0304 for spring update? Man, that's not what I remember. All right, moving along. Here's the on my summary screen from Speedy C. He sent an email this morning. Screen 3 split on one screen, specially designed with Josh in mind. Doug, I've enclosed a screenshot of your Fortnite. I'm going to bring up that screenshot, skip over showing you the content of his email because that would expose his email address. And then here's what he's done is he's got on the left side of the screen, he has my Fortnite. On the right side upper half, he has Dennis's Twitch Fortnite. Bottom right, he has my chat window from my YouTube. So he's not able to see Dennis's Twitch chat in this environment, but this would be arranged by, if you were to click first on this left-hand screen, no matter what size it is on your screen, hold down the Windows key and press left arrow. That'll move it to the left half of the screen. Then you let go of the Windows key, and then in the upper right, it'll offer you a choice of which screen do you want to show up here. And you would click on the one that you want, and then it would show you which screen do you want to load in the bottom right quarter, and you could click on the window that you want open there. Of course, you would have already had to have popped out the chat window. So SpeedyC provided that specifically for Josh, but gives me a chance to talk through that technique to everybody else. Now, take that off screen, go back to the emails, take Speedy's email off screen. So if I click back to that tab, I won't accidentally expose that. Then let's go, I think next go to channel comments. That's what I'll do. I've got 4 channel comments. In fact, I'm going to zoom this down. No, 5, because I can't count that well. Let's do a refresh and see if there's anything more. Oh, and also I should occasionally, I need to remember to go to Held for Review to see if anybody's requesting authorization to be an approved chatter. If there's anyone watching this live stream who can't chat, it's because you have to become an approved chatter here, because I've got a troll that is just really persistent, doesn't give up, doesn't go away. And so I've turned on that, whatever that feature is, you see it, approved user chat. So if you make a comment on any of my videos, it'll show up here, and I will make you an approved user once I verify that you're not the troll. So now, come down here to the oldest of these comments. I wanted to point out that I actually got 5 comments on the trailer. Now, this is a first-time experience. I intentionally made the trailer public for reasons that I'll explain in a little bit. But let's go look at these comments. So Ken Stout comes in first with, "What's next? Karaoke with Doug." Ken, that was hilarious. You met all the different types of joke that could be. It fits for a pun. It fits for a dad joke. It fits for ironic. It fits for deprecating. Hilarious, Ken. I got it. You thought I wasn't going to get that joke. I got it. And then Lawn Dog. "Well, Doug, that's a great song selection. I like your integrated characters. Very creative and entertaining and joyful to watch. Now for another piece of news. I am familiar with the guitarist. He's been around for quite a while. One very talented guitarist. He is part of a group called the Iron Cross. If you did not know, even if I did know, he's also part of that group. And he has started many bands himself and participates with many musicians on YouTube. And these 2 girls with him are apparently on one of his recent startups, though I don't recall the name of the group. Anyways, they're all from Romania, and they sure have American music down pat. The name of the group is Shut Up and Kiss Me. And the guitarist is clearly the leader of the group, and their videos go back about 1 year. One of those 2 girls is at the beginning of that year of their content. And on that trailer, I've got a link to their YouTube site. The second girl, the shorter one, actually started in with them during this last year. And I watched quite a few of their content yesterday. Enjoyed that a lot. Dennis was asking, did you mean to make it public? Yes, I did. We got a notification. It's also set to be tomorrow's trailer. Yes. Lana Dro likes the trailer, and Drew gives us some musical notes. Now, why did I make that public? Well, I'm going to come over here to content and on videos, and you see the ones that I have labeled as trailers. As a matter of fact, if I come up here to filter, now I'm in the YouTube studio. You can't do this on my, well, I think if you go look at my videos, you can do some filtering. If I go to title and put trailer, then we're only going to be seeing the trailers. So here, this one's public. Typically, I make them unlisted. Most of the time, I get copyright notices. That's why they say ineligible and copyright in this column. Well, this one had no restrictions whatsoever. So I actually monetized it and made it public. I wanted to see how much attention would it get. It's not the type of content that I normally want on my channel. However, it does promote the Windows Daily because it has that banner across the bottom. So I thought, well, that's okay for other people to see that. They're probably not going to subscribe if they're just looking for music content, but perhaps some people who might watch it as for the music value might see, oh, I can ask Windows questions. I need to do that. I want to go watch this channel and maybe subscribe. So it's got 84 views, and well, it was pretty high. Let's see. Let me refresh this page. See if it goes up above that. I would have thought it would have been more of that at this time. Ooh, look at this. 10 and oh no, it's 100%, 13 likes. I thought it was going to show me
DT 2005 said interesting.
Yes, Dennis. So I would, let's go here to analytics because it got quite a bit of attention before this morning's show. Usually the trailers only get seen during the half hour preceding the show because you get a notification about half an hour before the show starts. But this is showing, this is what, 16 hours, I think? Yeah, 16 hours. So it goes back the number of hours. So it started getting views up through, first 12 hours, got 76 views. So that was quite a lot of views because that's before the notification goes out for the live stream. Those are just notifications that went out and whatever else YouTube did for suggesting it to people. So browse features, which includes notifications to subscribers, was 33%. Suggested videos, 23% of the views came from suggested. Oh, wait a minute, this shows nine notifications. Why was I saying that wrong? How come yesterday I looked for notifications? I didn't see that yesterday. Notifications, 18%, 33% browse features. Now, these browse features might be when it's showing up in browse for subscribers and they click on it there. Does that make it credited for browse features? I suspect that when somebody gets a notification, clicks on the notification, that's when it triggers for this one. Direct or unknown. Direct, I think those views, 15% of the views was because of the trailer, playing as a trailer. That would be direct because you didn't actually click to go watch that video. Maybe that's how that is. So anyway, that got an interesting spread. And here we see how much extra it got during this last half hour by showing prior to the show. Now, actually, since this doesn't have any copyright notifications, I could actually play it right now and it wouldn't be any problem. I don't see a reason to play it right now. Then let's see. Yeah, here we got this spike here showing people watching it just before the show started. Later, maybe weeks down the road, I'm interested to see if I get any new subscribers off of it. It's a little too early for that because I think all the people that are seeing it so far are seeing it because they are subscribers. Even if it shows up in their suggested videos that they're subscribers, How much has YouTube shown this around to other people? I don't know. Now look at that, 104 showing there, 106 updating live, 107. This updating live should be more instantly responsive. And I think this is actually showing, what is this? Oh, this is showing hour by hour. I think I've seen this show in tighter increment. Oh, here, views last 48 hours. Yeah, if I go, let's go look at this current live stream. If I go to this current live stream, look at analytics, come over here and see what is showing. Now is showing, oh, that's showing an hour. I thought it would show in smaller time increments. Nope, not the case. All right. So anyway, that was an experiment, is why I put it on public. Then let's see. I don't think I finished over here on comments. Let's give a thumbs up and a heart. Let's give a thumbs up and a heart. And a thumbs up and a heart. By doing the thumbs up and a heart, they don't show up on this screen anymore. Well, I am doing thumbs up and a heart because, you know, just thank you. But now if I refresh this screen, they all go away. No more there. Now, let's go. What else do I have? Oh, Jim. Is Jim KJ3N in chat? Did I not even pop out chat? Yeah, I did. Where is it? Maybe not. Oh, no, I didn't pop out chat yet. It's Jim here because I watched his video of solving the problems that he had on his new laptop, and I have a question for Jim. When he was talking about this HDCP, disabling that so that the AverMedia captured card doesn't block copy protected content, and that's why he was having a problem getting his capture card to receive the image from the laptop. Of course, it wasn't copyright, but it was just some kind of side effect. So he said you have to turn off that feature. But everything that I found for turning that off involves turning it off on the like on a PlayStation or on the device that is being captured, or this one on a AMD graphics card, and I don't have an AMD graphics card, so I don't think I even have the ability to make that configuration settings change, and I wanted to find out if Jim agrees with that. The other thing that I found is that AverMedia Assist Central, I can open that. It's already open. Yeah, there it is. Assist Central, I can open that, but that doesn't have any adjustments to make. The other AverMedia is where the adjustments are supposed to be made in RE Central, but it doesn't launch. When I click on that, nothing opens up, and there's no icons down here. And since the AverMedia website makes no mention of computers other than AMD graphics card, I don't know what to, I don't know if there's anything I need to do with it, because I wanted to proactively protect myself against that, or to change that. Now here's HDCP detection. Isn't that screen here? Yeah. No, this is AverMedia gaming utility. So maybe there's something else I need to install. Gaming utility. Maybe that's what's wrong. All right. Anyway, Jim, if you see this or somebody tells you about it, I would appreciate your comments. Now, go to chat. Indiana Doug, referring to Indiana Jones in the trailer. Ran Israel, even he seems confused. Yeah, referring to Indiana Jones looked confused. I think there's a chat message missing. Is there? John Williams, you must have been thinking about me when you put this great song on as your trailer. It took me a minute and a half to realize, oh, the reason he's saying that is because his name is John. Johnny Be Good was the song. Tim Cruz, right? Yes, he does. I think he's referring to the confused comment. Alice says, fun trailer. Josh is here. Richard Rogers, hello. Brian says, Chuck Berry's voice has certainly gone up an octave or two. I saw that before starting the show, and you got a genuine chuckle out of me for that one, Brian. Hellos between the peoples. Duh. Forgot to turn up the volume from Sin Vicious. Lawn Dog asked, what's her name, to repeat
John Williams said, I am very good.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, was that because somebody else asked it? All right. Lawn Dog, I asked what's her name to repeat something I didn't hear from her. After she repeated the message, I thanked her. I've done that too. It's kind of fun to see. And she thanked me for my kindness. Yeah, she does that. You can have a back and forth conversation with what's her name. I'm saying what's her name because I don't want to say it out loud right now. You know that. For those of you who saw me during Fortnite, you can tell I'm feeling better by virtue of my medication. Lawn Dog, you know our overlords will keep an eye on us. We have to be kind to, otherwise the oversight might not be available and harm. I read that totally wrong. I think, you know, our overlords will keep an eye on us when we have to be kind too. Otherwise, the oversight might not be available and harm may come to you. Okay, that sounds like it was related to the conversation with what's her name. If you're not properly watched and available to them. Weather Report, Jeff Ryman, Alice Seldenball. Can someone tell me if AMD Ryzen 7 7730U is good? Thank you. Well, I'm not an AMD expert at all, so let's see what comments come up from that. Yeah, we heard that one on the bot already. I fixed all my computers here with Windows Update issue. One was a UEFI and 3 were non-UEFI. Expanded recovery by 300 megabytes, although 100 megabytes would be sufficient.
John Williams said total whiteout conditions in Madison. Everything is going to shut down at noon CST.
Oh, you got all snow there for John Williams. April of 22. Yeah, we talked about that already. Hello, Bobby Warren. And Richard gives Josh all caps. When people around here do all caps for Josh, that's because he has some, it's easier for him to see in all caps. Greg M, a client using, and he also has let us know through Fortnite that he is liking the audio. So when you talk to him with the speaker bot, he's saying that he likes it. Of course, that's only if he's there at his computer at the moment, unless he's running a wireless headset, because sometimes he moves away from the computer. Greg M, a client using GoToMyPC, but their pricing is doubling to $792 a year for 2 users to access 2 computers. Any other options for business clients? Well, I have logged me in, paid for a couple of clients, and it's also kind of high. I don't know what the price is currently. Yeah, the price for a paid version versus the ones that are free, it's a big price difference. And the paid versions, I think, is a little more sketchy as far as your risk exposure because they don't seem to be protected as well. One thing you could do is Mike Smith with Instant House Call. Now, I gave up my Instant House Call subscription, but he can sell sub accounts two people. I don't know how much he's charging, but I'm sure it's a lot less than that. So you can pay him for sub accounts, and he assigns you a sub account that you can install and configure for the clients that you want to use it for, and he essentially bills you for that. So as far as a secured paid remote access, that would be the way to do it. Now, and that can be used for your clients to connect to their own computers. So you would set up a instant house call host on their in-office computer and give them a client end for that, and they would only be able to connect to the computer that you have them configured to connect to. So you can contact Mike Smith for that. If you need a link for how to find him, let me know that. And there's other people in the chat that I think know how to get to him as well. So then here, Ran Israel has got a Microsoft link for what? Windows 10 release information, Windows 10 22H2. Was this going to be trying to show us about those older versions with those are the twice a year versions, but how about when we go back to when they were 02 and so forth. Looking for H2 2004 into service. See, I'm saying that was the fourth quarter, not the fourth month. And that was the third quarter. Third quarter there. Oh, here's a 1709. Oh, I remember 1709. Yeah, I recognize that. Yes. They did, and they jumped. They did not go sequentially. Yeah, I remember that now. Now that I see those numbers, totally recognize that. Ken Stout, do you have a show today? I have a redirect for Carrie Holzman's show. So if you have a show today, put it in chat. So was this one the 11th month of 2015? See, back then, during that time, I did not associate those numbers with the year and the month. And I don't know how well they actually followed the year and the month, but looking at those now, that could have been 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. I wasn't really on to that. I didn't catch on to the connection to the year, I think, until the 19. Yes. Okay, I think that makes sense. Thank you, Ran. Look at this version numbers near the bottom of the page. Yeah, it would have been good for me to look at that.
Ran Israel said 2-digit year and 2-digit month until 20H2.
Yeah, 2-digit year and 2-digit month. I was not realizing that during those days. Let's see. Lawn Dog's got, how much does he have here? To Greg M, price of the service. Steve Gibson a few years ago started to charge no free version anymore. Can't recall a famous one that was free for many years. And Dennis says interesting. That free one, you're referring to the one that Ken and Josh and are using, I think, and Alex. My needs are minimal. Access my own computers, not log me in. It's, oh, come on, I know what it is. I can't pause my mind long enough to think about it. I think Steve G recommended remote utilities. Is that actually the name of a remote software, remote utilities? And Josh to Ken, please remind to say something on my backup YouTube channel for Doug, please. Thank you. Please remind to say something on my backup YouTube channel. Backup YouTube channel. I know Josh changed the name of his channel. Backup YouTube channel? I don't know what that means. TeamViewer. Yeah, TeamViewer I think is the one that we're referring to. Yes, TeamViewer. I use remote utilities that Steve recommended for many years now. I believe they're charging. My needs are only to contact my parents' computers. I'm not reading every word. And you would remember the team viewer around so long. Something still out there that's free. I think you told me recently TeamViewer is back for being free. It's free if you're not using it for commercial purposes, but if they detect any regular uses, or if you're using like to connect to your office computer, that's a commercial use. And it's actually, but what they intend for is to occasionally help friends and relatives and neighbors. So you're connecting to different machines. If you're connecting to the same machine every time, that's commercial use. And it's actually an app in Windows available. Oh, yes. In Windows, let's see, what's it called? Remote desktop? No, not that one. It's oh yes, there's one built in to Windows that works, and I've demonstrated it. It's not the remote desktop connection, because that's Quick Assist.
Ran Israel said Quick Assist.
See there, I read his message before it even before SpeakerBot got it. So enter a code here. So the person on the receiving end would go and type in Quick Assist, and let's see. Yeah, no, this is the remote person, the person that wants the help. They're going to enter the code that the technician side is going to do. So if you're going to help someone, you click on that one, and you put in a email number. Oh, I think it does require that you're using a Microsoft account. So let's see if I just click to sign into that one, and then here's the code number. So I would give that code
Ron
number to
Israel said the
person I'm
supporter
gonna
must use a
support.
Microsoft account. The supportee does not.
Right, Ryan, thank you. The supportee does not. The supporter does. The person that's operating on the technician side. And this is a connection that is made a one-time connection. It's not a persistent connection. So there has to be somebody at the other computer that you're in communication with. And it works pretty well. Well, there's some other things about it. There's some other clicks that you have to go through to on the supportee side. Didn't we demonstrate? Yeah, we did demonstrate it a while back. But there are some other clicks to do, and the technician side, you have to be ready to be able to tell the person that you're supporting what else they need to click on. And on the technician side, you have to request remote control, because I think by default, it's just a viewing capability. So if you want to actually have your mouse clicks go through, then you have to raise the level of that connection. TeamViewer is free for non-commercial. They've been flagging such use as commercial. Yeah, if it's your own use from your own computer to your own computer, that's commercial by their definition, because their intention for free is that you're helping somebody else who, it can't afford a paid version, and you're not getting paid to help them. So connecting regularly to your own computer is going to be a commercial use by their definition. Remote Utilities still over free license for 10 computers. Still offers free license for 10 computers. Lawn Dog, I remember using it for many years. I mean, just in a limited fashion, no commercial use. Actually, the computer at my dad's house is my computer. TeamViewer doesn't care who owns it. They care about that you're always connecting the same computer. That would be commercial. One day they started giving me stuff about it. I told them it's my computer, my dad's house. No, they won't accept that. Anyways, TeamViewer has always been like that. Maybe I'll give them another try. This goes back 10 years when my dad didn't have a computer. Told me she needs a computer like he needs a hole in his head. I sent it anyway. I need to limit one user, one computer, second user. Yeah, I think this support thing that we just looked at, Quick Assist. Well, there has to be somebody on the other side though, because that's you can't just initiate the remote connection on one side. AnyDesk or Rust Desk. Thomas MacT. Hello, Thomas MacT. I am a Carrie H member. Would like to join your members. Been a member of Carrie's group over a year now. So you can ask him if I'm a troll or not. Well, you're already a moderator here, Thomas MacT. You're not as new here as you think you are because you're already blue. So apparently you've been here before. I don't know how else you would be a moderator without me having made you a moderator before. So welcome, glad to have you. And Greg M. Turan, Israel, AnyDesk I think works out to be the same price. Rust Desk I've not looked at. Is Rust Desk actually something, or is that a nickname for AnyDesk? Total while we heard those two. I'm at 923 with Richard Rogers. There's how far behind I am. I'm on the phone a lot. Josh, I'm on the phone a lot, and it comes right into my hearing aid. So even when he walks away, he does really like it. Now, I think at the beginning, when I first started SpeakerBot, I feel sure he put in a chat message saying...
Ran Israel said RustDesk is another app recommended by ZV Manor.
All right, RustDesk is another app. Cool. Then Dennis is showing what? A link maybe to his premiere that comes up in 4 hours. It's a premiere of his Fortnite play, perhaps with playing with me. I don't know if that one is with me or not. Ran Israel 2-digit year. Yeah, we went through that already. And here's the remote utilities. Connect instantly, work securely. Showing computers that you're logged onto apparently offline. So it looks like you can have unattended remote connections because these are offline currently and these are logged on. Free download. That doesn't mean free to use. Free download. Download solutions, product, feature security, buy online, licensing. Take a look at licensing. Price, 0. Free. Okay, so free as 1 concurrent technician, total 10 endpoints. And license type free, all connection modes, unattended access, attended access, direct connection, cloud connection, shared access. So all of that is in the free. You don't get digitally signed MSI, that's fine. Remote deployment tool you get. Encryption you get.
DDT 2005 said if it doesn't say someone's name or the word friends, then it's me doing a solo duos.
Ah, okay, it's a solo duos. Got it. And then their first up is you can have unlimited number of technicians. Endpoints equals the number purchased, so it's $29 per endpoint. And minimum purchase, you have to do at least 10 endpoints at $290. So you don't start at $29, you start at $290. I'm suspecting is that annual? Remote license are one-time purchases. They're not subscriptions. When you make a purchase, you're acquiring a license for the current major version at that time. Any future program updates and upgrades are subject to our upgrade policy. So the upgrades might cost money, but that's a flat-out purchase. That's not a subscription. Wow, very good. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, there's one we found, got the name Quick Assist and AnyDesk Doug. Oh, and I guess Josh is using AnyDesk. Got that already. Got that already. Got that. This thing is there are remote support software, then there's remote access software. Good distinction. In my case, the remote PC has no one sitting there, so you need remote access rather than remote support. Now, whether the software themselves distinguish with those specific names, I'm not sure. Daniel Emberley, the AMD Ryzen 7 7730U is a processor, laptops based on the Cezanne generation. The Zen 3 microarchitecture offers a higher IPC2 but stays behind the current Zen 4. You know, anyone, Danielle, who would be qualified to answer your question about is that good, I think ought to be asking you, good for what? What do you want to use it for? Because we should be answering that question anytime we're asking, is something good? It should be, is it good for such and such? Where I thought there was another question where she asked that. DANIELLE. Nope, only one. Did I miss that? Did I say that wrong? Wasn't there? Yeah, there's another AMD question somewhere. Oh, Alice. Oh, it was Alice and Danny. Alice asking, is AMD 7730 good? So the question to Alice, good for doing what? DCSA calling me. Yeah, not going to talk to you. The AMD, so this is Danielle responding about that processor. It's a processor, laptops based on the Cezanne. Yeah, any processor is good, or it's not going to be sold. So good for what? What do you want to do with it? Interesting terminology, Greg M. I never noticed that before. Yeah, distinguishing those terms. Remote support, remote assistance. Requires a presence between keyboard and chair. Yeah, support assistance as opposed to remote access. Josh got a laugh out of something. Rust Desk. Anybody have a link for Rust Desk? I could go Google it because I know how to do Google searches. Rustdesk.com. Well, there's a surprise.
Speedy C, said Doug. Plus, SpeakerBot helps you play Fortnite without reading chat for you.
Yes. I'm liking the SpeakerBot as long as it doesn't get used too much. And it's difficult for me to do a show. The open source alternative to TeamViewer. Open source. Full feature open source remote control alternative for self-hosting and security with minimal configuration. Well, that would imply there's not a company behind it that is using your content for marketing purposes, such as some of them do that with when you're using the free versions. Full feature open source remote control. So that looks like remote and for self-hosting. So that sounds like you could connect remotely. Now they do have a pricing menu here. Free self-hosting plan, documentation, online status, community support. When you start paying, one licensed users question mark, 20 managed devices, unlimited concurrent connections, two-factor authentication, web console, address book, audit log, change log, access control, centralized settings. Neither of these really specify unattended remote, but I'm thinking that it's already implying that should be accessible to all companies no matter the size. So commercial use is fine. They're not restricting the free version to non-commercial use. Their highest one is, wow, still pretty affordable. I'm way above that with LogMe and Rescue that I use. Gosh, it's well over $100 a year. But for me to change to a different system, I have so many computers out there that I'd have to go touch all of them and change them all over. And since I'm actually making money on every one of those contacts, I'm not interested in doing that. Lana Dro saying hi to Genealogy. What was that name? Thomas Mac T. No, it was Thomas Mac D. Oh, Thomas. Okay, so Thomas is from Genealogy something or other, right? I imagine. John Williams to Thomas Mac T. Hope you're doing well. I've seen you on Carrie's channel. Thomas Mac T, do you usually not remember being here? Sorry, just getting over a bout with COVID-19. Oh no. Just now feeling better. Brain needs to catch up. Maybe that's his excuse for not remembering having been here before. People saying hello to each other. Got that one already. You have to start the remote program in order to access someone else's computer, the one you're going to help. Something like that. It's backwards. So it's confusing. The same terminology goes through all our documentation, spins your head. If you're going to consider a remote PC, absolutely give it a try. I'm not even interested in looking at something else. I'm spending way more money than any of you would be willing to. But spending the time to move all my clients over to a different product is just cost prohibitive. I got that already. I'm way over time, aren't I? I'm pretty close to caught up. Scanning. SpeakerBot, yeah. It's not fun. I thought all those shots were going to prevent it, but I found out it's to lower your reaction. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was going to pass away. It's not something I wish for anybody. So you had the shots. You weren't an anti-vaxxer. So even though the level of difficulty you had with it, it would have been worse if you didn't have the vaccinations. Some people landed in the hospital with it. I don't think you said you went in the hospital, but it felt bad. Now, my reaction, I still wear a mask in public places, and I avoid public places. I never got COVID. I haven't so much had a head cold since we got into COVID, because I am socially distancing and protecting myself. And when we were told that we don't have to wear masks in public anymore, I still did, because I don't even get head colds anymore. I would get head colds every year, and they would last for like 8 weeks. It was miserable. I hated them. So when I discovered that it's now socially acceptable to socially distance and even wear a mask, I'm doing it all the time. Yeah, sorry. I enjoy being healthy. And it's important to my business. Before COVID, I had to go into clients' offices sniffling and carrying Kleenex and sneezing and blowing my nose. You cannot do that anymore. A technician cannot go into clients' offices with an obvious cold. To my requirements, I have to stay healthy, and it works fine for me. Okay, that's it. Have a great Friday, everybody. I've got a redirect set up to Carrie Holzman's show, and have a great weekend. Tomorrow we got a 2-hour show at normal time. Goodbye.